Hey everyone, Kevin with Wildlife Revealed here.
Interested?
And we are on special assignment here. And today's episode is...
A parliament of owls.
That's right, a group of owls is called a parliament. And we received a call this morning about a baby owl that was blown or fell out of a tree. And we've been asked to come assess the situation and see the best course of action. So we're headed out to the Sherwood Forest Renaissance Festival where the bird is. We're pulling up to Sherwood, and I was wondering how we were going to figure out where the owl is, but my buddy Joe is right here. I have a feeling I'm supposed to go this direction. Yeah, see, there's something in that tree right there. All the crows are mobbing. It could be one of the owl parents, but I was told that the crows are what knocked the baby owl out of the tree. They're doing what's called mobbing. They're actually trying to chase whatever threat or predator that's in that tree, trying to chase it away. Actually, the crows are after a hawk over here. He's circling back this way. That's what they were fussing at.
Yeah, that's
There he is. They were fussing at that hawk.
Yeah, that's what they're fussing at.
Yeah, up there. So the owl nest is right in the crook of this pine tree. There's another baby in the nest, and I've been told mom is now in and out. They were worried there was no parent, but the mom has been in and out of this nest. And what happens with baby owls a lot of time, if the parents take too long coming back to feed them, they get a little more bold and get out on the limbs. Well, it sounds like the crows or dive bomb and actually knocked the baby owl out of the tree. So that's a good thing. So if I can get the baby owl as close to that as possible, that's going to be too high to get to. But what I want to do is check on the baby owl, make sure it's not injured after falling that 40 feet. All right, so, oh yeah, he's hiding down there. Now, he's actually pretty well feathered out. So, it's a little great horned owl. You hear the beak clacking? He's getting tail feathers in, so we don't want to stress him too much here. Let me get a ladder and stuff ready, see how high we can get him. But see how he has feathers and tail feathers coming in. Back off a little bit, Tristan. Let him be nice and calm. And he's starting to branch. Branch is when the owls start to actually learn how to fly and jump limb to limb. So let's get a ladder ready and see if we can get him up. Alrighty, so where was the owl at?
The owl was hanging from that one limb going that way. And,
The bigger limb?
He had hopped out. I guess he's a branchling because it's called the Wildlife Foundation, and that's what they said if he has all his feathers. And he was dive bombed. Mom wasn't around. He was dive bombed by a bunch of crows.
They were mobbing
and
him, right?
They made him fall, and he was hanging by one talon. And he wore himself out trying to get back up. He was hanging like a bat, and then he fell in my yard.
So those their feet are actually so strong, believe it or not, they can climb the bark of that pine tree to get back up there, but that's a long way and he's kind of worn out. The best thing, what we're going to do, we'll just put him in this tree close by. You can keep an eye on him, and actually this little yard, that fenced in yard, if he falls out of this tree again, will be not too bad. It'll be safe for him. So let's see if I'm going to check, make sure his legs and stuff are okay, and then we'll put him back up on the tree. One thing I have to watch out for are feet. Little dude. So,
Here you go.
all right, hang on, Tristan. All right. So what I want to make sure, you hear him clacking his beak. He's trying to scare me away. Just want to make sure we're all in one piece. Well, you got nice stinky breath. Mom's been feeding you good stuff. Not showing signs of pain, which is good. See those feet, even though they're tiny, insanely powerful. He could put the hurt on us if he wants. You see, he's got his primaries almost all the way in. His wings feel okay, his legs feel okay. And his tail's coming in. See, he's branching, he's learning to fly right now. So what I'm going to do, just hold on to these feet. So I'm going to go put him up in that little tree and get him up off of the ground where he's safer, and Mom will be more likely to come see him. All right, let's do this here. All right, let's see if we can get this guy up here on one of these limbs. As long as Mom isn't in that tree, Otherwise she'll be dive bombing me on the ladder. That sounds like a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
she took off
Ground's
across
soft.
the way there. The ground's soft, so most of
Ground's
the time.
soft.
So cute, I'm gonna
That's
die.
the owl.
Oh,
The
mine
ground's
is so
soft.
pretty. All your pictures are so Sydney, why is yours cutting?
That's what he was doing this morning. Bare hand.
Oh. He's about to go over.
No, I was trying to get away from me. Hold on right there. I'll find it. And up here, right. Get the feet under him. He's exhausted. All right. He's kind of laying down there. Right now he's trying to hide. See his camouflage? He looks just like the bark of that tree.
Where'd he go?
Oh, he's... Where'd he go? Apparently it's working. It's a myth that baby birds, if you touch them, mom will smell you and won't take the baby back. It's not true at all. Most birds don't have a sense of smell, and if it does, it's a very poor one. So you can actually pick that baby up, put it back in the nest, or even in a cardboard box or a dish, and get it as close to mom as you can. And most of the time, mom will go right back taking care of it because they're used to the baby starting to branch and move a little farther from the nest, and so they're used to taking care of it. Now that we have him up high, mom will be more likely to come and pay attention to him, even with people and other distractions around. So at the moment, mission accomplished. All right, so we're going to go and meet our great horned owl. His name is Oscar. And to explain a little bit to you about Oscar and why it was so important to get that baby back up into the tree to his parents. So Oscar here is an imprint. Now he'll be meeting us at the door right down here. So we're going to go inside. Come on back in here, Oscar. There we go. So Oscar, you can hear him clacking his beak. Now the baby owl did that. Go ahead and Tristan, give him a treat up there. The baby owl did that to try to scare us away. Now Oscar's doing this kind of out of frustration. He's like, hurry up and give us the food. He's a gray horned owl. Move to the other one, Tristan. Step over there and call him to the other place. Oh, he's going to go on his own. Now, gray horned owls have a little tuft of feather on top of their head, and his are sort of laid back right now. But you also hear that little crying weep sound. That's him begging us for food. The way he got the name Oscar is anytime we come up to him, he clacks his beak like that, like he's mad, but he's also begging for food. It's like, go away, but I want the treats. No, come back. I was only kidding. Now, Oscar being an imprint, he doesn't know he's a person. Obviously, he doesn't know he's an owl. In fact, he thinks he's a person. His story was he was blown out of the nest as a baby. Well, we're not sure exactly what happened, but when he made it to a rehab center, he obviously hadn't eaten for several days. He was had malnutrition, and his primary feathers had grown in without any feather on it, just shed. Well, the problem with that is he was not flighted, and also he was very hungry. Well, he started, go ahead and jump into the other one. Over here, Oscar. Right here, Oscar. Now flying back over. And Oscar couldn't fly because of those feathers were not formed correctly. And also he came in at a young age where he saw people, we think the people that found him had started trying to feed him. Well, he eventually, right here, Oscar, saw people as his parents and imprinted on them. Well, Oscar, we can't fill him up. He is an eating machine. And we can feed him. You notice a big old chunk there. He's still going to cry as he tries to swallow that. But Oscar will eat and eat and eat until he can't hold anymore. We think that's a side effect of when he was so young and had that lack of food that it sort of stuck in his brain that he has to eat as much as he can. Now, being an imprint, he's also not afraid of people. So if that owl that we put back up in the tree were to be raised by people to try to release, they wouldn't be afraid of people or dogs, and they would want to come back to people to find their food. So instead, wanted to get that owl back to his parents so the parents can even teach them how to hunt. So, all right, Oscar, you've done a pretty good job, buddy. So let's go take a look at a few other things of another owl. Now remember, if you find wild animals that look like they're in need of help, the best thing to do is contact your local wildlife rehabilitator first. And you can find them with a simple Google search. or even contact your local game warden, and they can at least point you in the right direction. Most of the time, the best thing to do is to leave them alone. But in the case of baby birds that don't have feathers, you could potentially put them back up in the nest or up high where they're safe away from other predators.
So everybody like and subscribe and share this with all your friends.
That's right. And do you have a handful of dead mice there? That's lovely, Tristan.
Pooped on my floor.
Oops. See what you did.